I am Gabby Ray Talker here to report on the recent news, with Nick Gordon, who was there on both occasions when Whitney Houston drowned, and when her daughter nearly drowned. He appeared on Dr. Phil on March 11, 2015, and all that I have to say about it is that I don't feel sorry for you, Nick Gordon. It started out with his mother staging an intervention for Nick. She tells her version of Nick's side of why he is abusing drugs and alcohol, and that he needs help. She tells Dr. Phil that Nick moved in with Whitney when he was 18, but this conflicts with what he says on the Houston's reality show. On there, he said his mom kicked him out when he was in high school unless he was still in high school at 18 years old. Another conflicting story that Nick's mother told to Dr. Phil is that Whitney, Bobbi, Chris and her son went to rehab 3 times, but she stated that her son did not have the problem. Dr. Phil told the mother that this was strange because he never heard of people bringing along a posse to rehab when they don't have a problem. So if his mother would have checked Nick's tweets, she would have learned that Nick lied to her, because he tweeted that he smoked every day with Whitney Houston. So now, she said that Nick is feeling a lot of guilt about Whitney and Bobbi Christina because he was not able to save them. She said that he could not revive Whitney with his CPR. His mother said that her son called her when he was not able to save Houston, and said that his CPR could not revive her while he was standing over the body. But after the show, the Houston's family submitted a statement to Dr. Phil stating that Nick did not administer CPR to Whitney Houston, and the coroner's reports show it, but his mother said that he was standing over the body. So, you mean to tell me, at some point he was standing over Whitney Houston's body? And called his mother? Really? And if he was standing over her body, it's because he was involved in something that would cause him to be standing over her. I believe he did not tell his mom the full truth. Unbelievable. So moving forward to the Bobbi Christina incident of her drowning, as Nick Gordon's mother tells it. So his mother states that on the day Bobbi Christina was found in the bathtub, she was out clubbing the night before with Nick and a guy named Max. She said that all 3 got back to Bobbi Christina's house early. His mother stated that Nick and Bobbi Christina was arguing. Nick told her that he walked away and she went to her room and started a bubble bath. But my question is, if he walked away and she went to her room, then how did he know that she had started a bubble bath? So she said that the cable guy came and needed access to the bathroom, and Max opened the bathroom door and saw Bobbi Christina laying in the tub. So the mother tells Dr. Phil that her son gave Bobbi Christina CPR and feels really guilty that she is in the condition that he is in. My whole impression of Nick Gordon is that he was trying to hide what happened and tried to hide who he really is. I got the feel that he was trying to get people to feel sorry for him by putting on this 5-year-old character with a high-pitched voice. To me, he was acting as if he's an innocent child, but when he was on the Houston his voice was not that high. So, tell me, since when did getting high and drunk make you act like a 5-year-old? Then he kept having these sobbing outbursts, but with no tears, and he constantly cut off Dr. Phil. Then he even demonstrated a panic attack immediately after he said that he have panic attacks. I understand that he said he was on Xanax and alcohol, but the strange thing is that he completely transitioned into a 5-year-old kid, and it seemed like his personality constantly changed, from childlike, to agitated to angry to insulting then to happy, saying that he is making Dr. Phil famous. He went on to say Dr. Phil is famous like him. I got the feel that Nick Gordon knows he is guilty and is trying to make it possible for him to get an insanity plea with his erratic behavior, and at the same time he is trying to play the audience for stupid. Yes, he is trying to manipulate people into feeling sorry for him and support him by him saying it was his fault that he could not save them and he failed. He wants people to say it was not his fault, when, all along, it all was his fault from what I see. Then another thing, this situation at hand is about Bobbi Christina, but he continues to bring up them both as if they are one by him saying I miss Whitney and Chrissy. So it leads me to believe that he played a part in the death of Whitney Houston. Let's face it, Whitney Houston had a fortune, and, with the death of Whitney Houston, he had access to it through her daughter Bobbi Christina. But then people may ask, why would he try to kill Bobbi Christina? All I can say about that is I believe that his anger got the best of him. People say that he was jealous of the attention that Bobbi Christina always got. Plus there were rumors that Bobbi Christina was planning to leave Nick. Then Bobbi Christina friends said that Nick had a short-fused temper. So here we are, with the question. Did Nick Gordon try to kill Bobbi Christina by drowning her in her bathtub? Then on top of that, is he also responsible for the fatal drowning of her mother Whitney Houston? Her autopsy showed minor abrasions and no struggle. So perhaps she was drugged and then pushed under the water. Originally Nancy Grace suspected that Whitney was pushed under her water. Perhaps her suspicions were true. Perhaps the truth is coming to light.
If anyone gave her drugs, following alcohol and drugs, and who let her slip or pushed her underneath that water. Apparently no signs of force or trauma to the body. Who let Whitney Houston go under her water?
Administer CPR to her, and he called me when he was standing in front of her body.
And what did he say to you?
He just couldn't understand why he couldn't revive her.
What did he say?
He just said, "Mommy, why?"
12 minutes later, 3:55 p.m., the 48-year-old singer is pronounced dead.
The final cause of death has been established as drowning due.
Then we now fast forward to Kristen, and he's there on this occasion as well. What